What's up, everyone? Welcome to NGS Season 8 Heroic Division matchup, ReGen versus Chicken Nuggets. I'm joined tonight by not Paradox, who may now actually be playing in the game. Just kidding. What's up, Paradox?
What's up? Yeah, I thank you for having me, and I'm actually excited for this one. This one's gonna be really fun.
Yeah,
We have some names here.
I
But no,
know.
I'm really excited. We're just waiting in the room. Currently, I am on the team, so I don't know if I'm actually playing or not. But this would be an interesting place to cast from. Is casting while playing. But we'll see.
It would almost be like the last time we casted together when the stream shut down and you were just actually
Oh,
narrating
I was just
everything that was
narrating.
happening. It's not a bad thing. I think that's what casting is for, so people could close their eyes and imagine what is happening. What's up, Murda? You're here? Murda, worst game of the week. Hello? What's up? Welcome to chat, everyone who is there. Let's take a look at map picks and bans. I didn't retain the order, but I can tell you we're going to Sky Temple. Boom. Picked by Chicken
Sky
Nuggets.
Temple. Yep.
Sky Temple, one of those maps where it's almost, to me, on the level of Forehead Junction.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously, it is a weird map because it's very macro heavy and it does get kind of weird here and there. So like one of the things that was talked about back in HGC was that this map was very snowbally. If like you won that first objective, there was a good chance you were going to be level 10s when the enemies were level 9s, and then you win the next objective because of that, and then because of that objective, it gives you so much experience, you just stay ahead the rest of the game. Now, they did kind of fix that with the experience changes, but it still is a map that can get that way. So it's just one of those casting your own team, breaking the NGS. Yeah, come on, guys. I get a pass on this. I get a free pass.
Well, they
But,
moved you. You're no longer on the team. Someone said, get him off of my team. So here we are. In a delay? Well, welcome here. Murda, founder of ReGen, here to support his Heroic Division team. And Grievant, welcome. Oh, wow, it's Paradox. It's actually not Paradox.
yes.
I'll never not use that joke when I can.
It's actually not. So it is.
Oh my gosh, I am just hilarious, as you can tell. Looks like we have some time to kill because we're waiting for
Somebody.
I'm trying to figure out who we're waiting for. I don't know.
I don't remember. I know they've had 3 different people.
Destructible? Is Destructible?
Yeah, Destructible was he's not on the team anymore, but there's like Zane was on the team for a bit, then
He's
they
still
had
a sub.
yeah, they have like a whole bunch of random people, but I have no idea who they're going to throw in for this last spot. In fact, I've actually played on this team before, just not for NGS. So
Inside
you never
strats,
know. I might
insider
get called
information.
in. So
Whoa.
I might get brought in.
Whoa, Nelly.
I can certainly cast. Yeah, I don't think. Some random we're pulling in. All right, fine, I'll go in. I got this. No.
I mean, if that's what has to be done, if you're on the roster,
I really don't think it's gonna
then
happen.
get out.
I'm not on their
it's
NGS
Flyest
roster.
Raven.
That's Flyest.
Oh, interesting. So we're pulling in. I believe Flyest is another sub. What is happening here? Uncertainty. I thought Jhal was to play the off lane, but we'll find out.
Well, Jhal plays a mean Sylvanas, but Sylvanas is also permanently
right, but like he
banned,
wasn't brought to the team to play, Sylvanas. He was brought to the team to sit in a lane and do his job.
Soak an off lane and call it a game. Yeah. We'll see how that plays
never
out.
mind. Okay.
Flyest is gone.
Left. They must have just people waiting in the wings, like, put me in. And then the lobby has to decide. It's like a council here.
I will say that Porky's teams sometimes go a little revolving door sometimes, but I'm just saying. I love Porky, but sometimes his teams, man, they bring in new people every other day. There was a while where he used to get really excited and he'd tell me, he's like, "You want to know who's on my team?" And then I'd get excited too because I'd be like, "I want to hear some names, right?" And he'd tell me, and I'd be like, "Man, that is a stacked roster, right? It's got all the good players on it." And then like by the time I see them playing, the whole roster's different.
Right.
And I'm like, "Porky, what happened?" He goes, "Well, you see," and there's always a story. It's like I never know, so it's always funny to see who he brings in.
Yeah. Well, we're waiting here. It's 7:08. Anyone else here in chat maybe have any questions? Maybe tell us about what you've been up to. You've been kind of active in the scene. Maybe today, what did you do today?
Yeah, so today I did Into the Nexus. It is probably the largest Heroes of the Storm podcast, and we talked about the tier list that I did a little bit ago. That was just a tier list built around trying to help people climb with easy to play heroes. Then then we did the day before, I was on with Heroes Hearth and we were doing some custom games. So I've been coming up with these like gimmicky custom games, all with special rule sets. We played a lot of Snipers and Spotters, which is pretty much a 2v2 game mode where people are trying to do camps before they get sniped, while the other team is trying to do the same thing. Either team can try to find the other one, snipe each other's, and it's pretty fun. And we also did Protect the President, a game mode which plays a little like a normal game, except for there's one person that if they die, they lose the game, and that person also has a special job that they need to do, which helps them win, so people can't just hide the whole game. And those are two of the games we played on Wednesday. You can go back on Heroes Hearth to check those out. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of like just random stuff with different communities. I'm trying to just like, I don't know, make sure everyone's still having fun around here, you know?
You
I know
gotta
I'm the
have
fun
fun.
police sometimes. I'm the fun police sometimes, but other times, you know, gotta add there.
Fun buns, or should I say funds, not fun buns. He always matches the Nexus Gaming Series color. It's his walls. Gosh, we've all heard the explanation. What's up, Mark Zombie? All right, they're saying we're ready. You're saying we're ready whenever.
Whenever.
What was the thing I was trying to say to warm up?
Unique New York.
Unique New York, and I was like, unique New York, like I couldn't do it. I did, but then it just fell off. So I think I'm ready.
So what Funbun says, this is what I get so often, because the back of my thing is brown. Everyone thinks that I turn my camera orange, and I don't.
Of course you do.
It's actually white. I just go all orange that people think I have a tan. I'm actually super white. I'm as white as the walls.
But the walls are orange. So you're as orange as the walls.
The walls are white. The walls are actually white. I've turned everything yellow.
Okay, I realized that there is still a filter as if you had a green screen, so you have random, like, looks like heat sensors on your face. My bad.
Right.
Unlucky, but your camera is not blinking like we thought it would. Here we are, Sky Temple, picked by Chicken Nuggets. First ban, first pick.
Yeah,
for
honestly,
ReGen.
Unless they're going to try to grab something like Ariel, I'm expecting Deathwing and Ariel to be banned. Junkrat's a little unique, so I'm guessing that they're going to try to grab that Ariel, and they're going to see if they can bait it by banning like random stuff. Uther, pretty easy to play tank, getting banned a lot in this rank just because people don't really. And he's actually really good on this map because you can just sit on the point, people have to walk to you, and if you die, you can still heal your team until the objective's over. So I like him on this map. Oh, teams are backwards. Yeah, on your screen.
I don't know if they're fixed now. Oh, blast. You know, I mean, there's only so much I can do here. You talk about what's happening while I figure out.
They're going to try to get rid of. I'm guessing they're going to try to go for Deathwing, and so that is going to probably be the way that they're going to look at it. They banned the Ariel, Deathwing's banned, so now what's open is Sylvanas. What else is open is we have Garrosh open. We've got, I would say those are the big ones. There's the Sylvanas pick. Now on the other team, I mean, you could get away with anything. I'm On it, I mean, there's nothing too crazy. I would say ETC and Joanna are very strong at the
I feel like
moment.
a
So
global
those tanks.
hero's good here, or an offlaner that can do a lot of damage, maybe a thrall. But Greymane, as we see in Heroic, just picked up by one team or another.
Mhm.
That Deathwing Oriole
Yeah.
ban is just two heroes you can't see. And now with ReGen, obviously Uther main tank advocates, that's a ban you gotta have too.
Yeah. He's such an easy tank to play. I mean, you just press E on someone and then go get a drink, and that's it.
Ah,
And that's all you have to do, and that's super easy. But yeah,
super
so right here
easy.
we should see an ETC. I was about to say, Rhaegar is good. He can handle the camps. Sylvanas is good. Can handle the push. Both are pretty good as far as damage and utility goes. We see these final
Yeah.
bans. Neither team needs anything too particular, but you're going to start wanting to ban what counters your strategy. So if you're going to go with a global, you want to ban a global. So if they're going to go with a global here, they want to ban like an ETC or Vikings.
Huge map, Vikings getting banned. Okay. You definitely. Yeah.
And then over here, if they were going to try to do like a push comp, they want to ban something like a Ragnaros. They want to ban something that, and again, a global so that they can push a side lane while people aren't expecting it. So they want to be banning something that's macro oriented, unless they're going to try to force fights. Then they want to ban something like a Medivh to try to get rid of that.
It's an Abathur. Okay.
So Abathur is countered by Vikings. Maybe that was just what they thought. They saw the Vikings ban. They were like, yeah, let's get rid of that Abathur. But I think Abathur's a little weak right now. So still works in competitive, but easily countered.
Oh, a Morales. I'm like, Asmo not phased for some reason. Morales, what?
Asmodan's weird because the way that he's been played in competitive lately is, in the high ranks anyways, is very strange. He's very split push heavy, which means that you kind of just throw him in the opposite lane of the objective, push endlessly, and try to just wipe everything because him and his summons build pushes more than others. So
right, and there's that Falstad. Ooh, and a Zeratul. Is J-Hal picking up a Zeratul? Okay. So the off lane is more of a global presence. Has to be someone to able to quickly clear. Zeratul does have that functionality as well. Oh, and a Zagara. Excited.
They're going full split push is what it looks like.
Full specialist. No, I'm kidding. But like old school.
And actually, with the Morales, they also have the capability of doing a backdoor if they need it. So they have a split push as well as they have multiple summons that can tank. So if they don't get Sylvanas, that's okay. Because they don't need to turn off a structure if they're going to be summoning a bunch of creatures. Anub'arak summons, Asmodan summons, Zagara summons Morales. So they might just go Pirates on this. Falstad counters Pirates, Zeratul counters Pirates.
Oh my gosh.
But is it going to be enough to counter this is what we're going to have to see.
I mean, it's very strong. You bring up a very valid point. Like, just so many roaches, so many beetles, just non-stop things tanking these shots if they do go that route. And I mean, it's kind of like what anyone would do if you got Warhead Junction, right? You just want to get out of there as quickly as possible. But they're the ones that picked it. So maybe this is their cheese map.
They've probably been playing it. This is probably their cheese map. This is their pocket strat. Normally, pocket strats come out in game 2 and game 3. Looks like they're just bringing it out in game 1. Now, the challenge about this is, have they played against the counters enough to know how to deal with them? For example, Zeratul. Can they last 6 seconds of him VPing a core every time that they try to go in? Is there any other way that they can do this? Are they going to find just other ways to get value? What about Falstad? They don't have the Tyrael to drop down Sanctification before Gust comes out, which is usually the way that they answer Falstad. I really think if they were going to go for this, instead of banning Lost Vikings, ban the Zeratul. Pick the Tyrael, which means that I have a small feeling that they're not going to fully commit to this. They're going to actually just maybe kill 1 or 2, and then they might adjust from there. And they might decide if they need to want to fully commit to it later. But let's get into it. If you'd like to introduce the left side.
On the left side, because it was switched, we have Chicken Nuggets, Drunk Dwarf playing Asmo, Honest Abe playing Greymane, Etan on Anub'arak, Houdini on Zagara, and August on Lieutenant Morales.
All right, on right side, we have ReGen. We have Porky playing, or TT Porky playing Rhaegar, Lupus playing ETC. We have Carbon playing Falstad, Troy 1010 on Sylvanas, and Jay Howe is filling in on Zeratul. Immediately, we see both teams just going for the cheese, trying to take out. They're likely going to go for a fort swap here. They'll both trade forts, and we only have Falstad heading down to try to defend.
Taking a look at what ReGen's doing at this point, let me take a look down here where we see Chicken Nuggets. They're already down through the towers and the wall. They are at this fort. So is ReGen. And ReGen is ahead in experience having that Falstad mid. This fort is halfway gone from Chicken Nuggets, and Chicken Nuggets has managed to already down this fort bot. How long do you think this game will last? Tell me
honestly,
now. Let's give me a prediction.
It depends how they decide to answer this now. If they're going to continue to just push endlessly, this benefits the team that has the Morales more so than the other team, because outside of the VP, there's not a lot to answer. So they're going to stop trading right here.
Ooh, Porky looking very low, though, with that interrupt by the Anubarak, but he's the one to die, and Houdini's over here cornered with Jayhow on him. Porky just snarling and getting that kill, and that's 2 members down from Chicken Nuggets. Strategy denied. Drunk Dwarf is also executed on the spot. Paradox.
So this is if this was a perfect Juice Pirates composition, this is exactly what Juice Pirates wants. Is an open keep to immediately kill the keep on your first round and then jump at the core twice. That's a 3-minute victory.
I'm just laughing. Well, do they want ReGen picking up both bottom siege camps, keeping them from being able to do that?
If that's going to be their strategy, it's completely irrelevant on whether or not they lose any more forts. It's just a matter of, if they go and suicide 3 times, do they have the time to do it?
Help pings down here by the siege camp. Anubarak is caught out a little bit, but really Lupus and Troy 1010 are the ones that are surrounded by the entire team of Chicken Nuggets. They've decided to clear the siege instead, and ReGen is making their way possibly to hide and meet them at the second siege camp.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what they're trying to do, and it looks like they're posturing so that they can head back down and take that keep while ReGen goes for the objective. But it's kind of obvious the way that they're doing it. So
Right.
It's going to be countered here. Now, is there anything to be able to follow up? Probably not enough to kill an ETC. We've got another Death Bridge fight coming up, possibly. And
they're not giving up
for the keep here.
They're going.
This is definitely an interesting one.
Orb popped out. Anubarak with the huge spikes coming out onto Troy. He's having to back up with about 200 health. Porky healing where he can. Not the strongest healer at level 5 with a team on your keep, but Lupus slides in and face melts the team back, and Anubarak does die. This is another chance to retreat, but unfortunately Zagara dies again, and Honest Abe getting out, but Drunk Dwarf just bodied.
It's pretty brutal. It's pretty brutal. Tyrael did not get banned, to answer that question. It was just they made their own version of Juice Pirates, but I'm pretty surprised they didn't go with Tyrael. I think they needed the summons because they needed the summons because they weren't gonna have Sylvanas. But even without Sylvanas, a lot of Juice Pirates doesn't even run Sylvanas anymore, and they don't run like summons anymore. They just suicide to get the fort and the keep, and then right as they hit 10, they just pop.
Paradox, they're back at it. Jayhow is down here 1v3 backing up, and Chicken Nuggets is just relentlessly coming at this keep. We do have Falstad on the top shrine, or the top temple.
So normally with Juice Pirates is not how it works. You normally suicide for fort the first time, then you just like play the game normally until 10. And then you use the combo to take the keep, and you use the combo to take the core. That's normally how it runs, but they are relentlessly throwing their bodies.
Right, relentlessly down 7, throwing their bodies.
This is literally Russia in World War II right now.
This is your next clever game strat. Oh, wait, you've done this before, right?
300,000 people down, and they're still just throwing bodies at this. I just have no idea.
All right, well, there is a bruiser from the side of ReGen pushing onto the top area of Chicken Nuggets, but we did see Sylvanas die there, and Nubrak is down as well. But They literally will not leave. Greymane dies. Maybe it's time to back up. Houdini is just like, I'm gonna stand here and auto attack nonstop. Drunk Dwarf, one more orb. August on this Morales just getting hacked by ETC's guitar.
This is a little wild. Oof. Oof. Just gone.
Oh my god. Okay, boss is looking to be picked up by ReGen, but death timers are still so low. And ReGen has been playing the map and the objectives. They're at level 9, almost level 10. I think they'll be able to get those.
This level difference is going to be, this level difference is really, really good. This is exactly what ReGen wants to see against Juice Pirates, is this huge level lead before level 10.
Oh no, Lupus dies!
This could be game, actually, if this boss goes, because this team is ready to do stuff like this. Porky's going down. Now they lose the Greymane, they lose another one. Gust is available, so they need to reposition so they don't get hit by Gust.
Using Gust, and ReGen gets the boss.
And that should be that could possibly, I don't think they're gonna be able to end with this, but that's gonna be most likely a keep right here.
I think, it's too bad that Chicken Nuggets doesn't have their ultimates, because their strat would be to spawn and just head straight and core race, because ReGen has to get through this fort first, but they have not been doing anything but pushing bots, so they've been denied those siege camps as well. Looks like ReGen is picking up the siege camp, and
they're just trying to force 10s, it looks like. I see Zagara trying to soak really quick, possibly going top to soak again, and they're going to see what they can do to try to get 10s so that they can maybe try to backdoor that keep, but they are in a really, really rough position for trying to go with something like Juice Pirates at the moment.
Right.
They're going to have to adjust their strategy a bit. Maybe if they can stabilize here, they might still have a chance, but it's
this boss
really
is almost down,
ReGen.
but ReGen's at this keep getting a lot. They're about even when it comes to the damage done to the keep. Not really yet, actually. J-Hal looking low, Ancestral having to be used, Lupus kind of backing up, and that globe from Asmodan is getting stronger and stronger. There's a temple available, by the way, Paradox.
There is.
On this map.
There's been a temple available since 3 minutes in this game. Okay, so we are level 10s. We do see the pirate ship picked up. We see Devouring Maw picked up to maybe hold people away.
There's the medevac coming out.
We're just waiting for the Asmodan to pick up.
Waiting here. J-How backing. Waiting. All right, here come the members. He slides in immediately. And this is an all-out brawl. Sylvanas put in that cocoon, and Porky is looking very low, having to run away. VP has been used. This cocoon is still out. And oh my god.
Rough.
Stage dive with the Gust, pushing them back, exploding them. Both the Nubarak and Zagara go down. Asmo as well. Honest Abe is passing to...
So what you should be doing here is let this Morales actually live longer. Normally, if you really want to... this comp, Morales is the last one to live. If you play it out really well, just wait until everyone's revived, then you kill Morales so that they can't do it again, and then you can take the keep while they're waiting for Morales to show up. But it's okay. They staggered her a little bit. She is still going to be up. They will be able to defend. They could have played it a little bit better there, but that's okay.
ReGen has level 13.
In a really strong place. They have to wait 30 seconds before they jump in again, because they want to make sure that they have the summons from Asmodan. That demonic invasion is huge whenever they charge in. They can charge in a little early and then just drop it right before he dies. But that demonic invasion
still
is
available.
Be very important.
Looks like Chicken Nuggets is picking up their Bruiser camp, and Nubarak is getting on the temple. Wow. I mean, ReGen has the ability to blow the team up, so it's just got to get to a point where the death timers are long enough for ReGen to end or for Chicken Nuggets to end. It's just unlucky that their disadvantage lies in the experience. Let me take a look at Lupus.
For a second.
He's living here. He lives down here. That is his keep. How much health? 2191. Oh, I have that bug again.
Oh, just press like 4 then E. Just press like 4 then E and then you're done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
But
The
yeah.
bunker did drop that yesterday, but other than that, I don't know. What's happening? What's this timer on boss? Why are they over here? They're just looking to get
I
back
think
to
they're
this bottom
trying to
keep.
see if they can like catch someone out of position and then go in.
Okay.
And maybe get extra experience. So they're pushing for 13s. What talent do they get at 13 that's worth not just charging in again? Or are they just trying to get a kill?
I don't know. They're instead.
See, this is what I was wondering. They didn't run a perfect Juice Pirates comp, which is why I was wondering if maybe they wouldn't just do this, where they just take everything, right? They don't try to like, but they did suicide way too much for that. But
Right.
I mean, their experience isn't down too much, but it does make me think that maybe they were trying to like hybrid it a little bit to see if Juice Pirates wasn't working, they could just pick something else to do. But they're really not soaking well enough if they want to do that. And again, they're just walking in without using Morales's.
Right,
anything.
they want to save that
pins.
possibly for if they get wiped again so they could come back and finish the job if they're able to get this keep down and possibly any damage at all. Ooh, there is a VP with 3 members in with the stage dive coming in. Troy just sidestepping that Maw, but Greymane does go down, and Houdini not going to make it out alive. He is dead. I think that because Sylvanas was first picked, maybe they had Sylvanas Tyrael and they changed it.
Yeah, that might still take the keep. Oh no, they're going to switch targets. One more hit. Oh, they switched targets. 1 hit.
I can't keep up.
He just throw a globe. It looks like he's just going to throw a globe. How much is his globe going to do? Can it do 400 damage? I believe it can. So that should finish it off right there.
There it is.
So there's Katas.
Done.
Now they can approach from any direction. They don't necessarily need to approach from bottom. They could simply just approach from middle, and then they can just hop down bottom.
I heard the medevac sound. Looks like Morales is waiting for Greymane, popping in, heading there with just Drunk Dwarf, who is considering backing in. Carbon is already here, chunking down the Asmo. There is a boss heading bot on the side of ReGen, looking to get more from Chicken Nuggets, but Asmo dies. I mean, the mobility of this team on the side of ReGen is just huge. I can't keep my mouse up. Oh my gosh. Carbon coming in, maybe looking for that gust, not able to get it. Honest Abe, though, is taking a lot of damage. Eyes in the dark. Only grants stealth for so long before he just dies.
Building time.
Morales died to Porky. Wasn't able to catch that. Let's take a look at this boss on the keep.
They will be able to take it.
Ooh, just barely. I mean, Chicken Nuggets is at the structural disadvantage here, as well as experience disadvantage. They don't have level 16. ReGen is on the temple, and if Chicken Nuggets wants to make this happen, they need to all go together at once and get it done. They have to go and hope to win, or just lose the game because they didn't execute. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm not sure. That's just probably the situation. All right. The entirety, except for J-Half of ReGen, is down here near the siege camp. Porky looked like he was backing. Retreat pings, Bridge of Death, many words.
I mean, their team comp isn't really ready to fight, so I don't think that they are going to be winning, even if it's on Bridge Death. I think ultimately right now they need to... hitting 16s would help. But if they turn it into a race right now, there's a good chance that they'll lose because all they have to do is send back Zeratul, VP, and then they're good.
Right.
But that is going to be the last keep taken down.
Yeah, completely vulnerable core. Chicken Nuggets
so
having
the next objective ends
that.
the game for them. So they have to at least try for something right now. If they're going to go do anything, they need to try for it right now. They're kind of split.
Troy is already attacking this core. That orb getting thrown by the Asmo really did nothing. This bruiser has to be cleaned up first, and I don't know. ReGen looking pretty dominant. I'm thinking Chicken Nuggets wants 16 at least before they execute their strat, but they're literally going to be racing against the lasers of this map and will lose.
Now. They're going to go at all.
They have to go.
Now
they have 16.
The next objective ends the game for them, and the biggest issue about this is it's going to take still 2 jumps to clean out the game. So they don't have time for 2 jumps, which means that I think unless something crazy happens, ReGen can close out this game right now.
Just by standing on the temples.
Or just, literally just standing on the temples. They have 30 seconds to just close out the game. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it. So we probably are going to be seeing game number 2 very, very soon.
All right, well, 12 seconds until the temples become
there is
active.
a possibility of killing everyone where they go mid lane, kill whoever's mid, and
Use
then
medevac.
jump down to bottom to kill bottom. But the
there's
objectives
medevac.
would be essentially useless. Oh, medevac.
But
Medevac.
level 20s are picked up already for
Last
ReGen,
time,
though. This is
remember,
their
VP
last
still
ditch
available.
effort.
There's VP.
VP
They're just gonna jump right in.
immediately.
That's a slide immediately into VP. Oh,
Yeah, no.
that's Gust, and they are
upgraded
done.
even. GG almost. I'm not going to call it, but we do have Bruiser on the core and the temples active. Literally, ReGen has to go step on these temples and in this game, unless they want to be really crazy and go actually to the core and do it. I have a feeling they'll do that because that's. I mean, it's Porky's team, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's Porky's team. They need to all be dancing outside the core, or else it's not a ReGen victory.
They can't even get there. This core is at 13%, and that is GG game 1. Going over to ReGen.
Game number 1.
Could not be juked out by the Juice Pirates.
You know what I just realized?
What's that?
So Sylvanas' W is Black Dagger, right? Or something like that. I want to say it's called Black Dagger. I never realized that when you cast that, Sylvanas actually throws a Black Dagger. I always just thought it was like a ball of just dark energy, but there's actually a little spinning dagger in there that I didn't realize until the end of that game because I saw a little floating dagger spinning. That's my realization for today.
10,000 people or whatever. Something clever. I could have taught that to you.
Dagger.
Darn it. My opportunity to teach, not Paradox
It's
something,
gone.
is gone. Next time. All right, well, here are the stats. 3 kills to 32 kills. We had a game that ended in favor of ReGen with level 20s on the side of ReGen, level 16 for chicken nuggets. What they should have done is prioritize getting 10 first instead of just constantly trying to get that bottom keep.
Yeah, I think they went with I think the hybrid Juice Pirates idea is something that could work, where you don't run Tyrael, where you don't run Sylvanas. The issue is you can't commit to just suicide, because the reason that the Tyrael comp works the way that it does is because you have a window where you don't take damage. So then you run high siege damage, and it doesn't matter that you're sitting under core and all the enemies are attacking you, because while Sanctification's going, you can't do anything to them. And I think that was the big issue, is they didn't have that. So yes, all of their summons tanked all the structures, but that was irrelevant.
Right.
They just got destroyed by the team. So they need to have that adjusted. They need to have it to where either they fully commit to Juice Pirates, or they need to actually play it as a hybrid comp where you destroy bottom, and then you destroy top, and then you destroy middle, and then you start cheesing stuff.
Right.
When you have that experienced lead. Because they had a great split push composition, and they just didn't even play it out that way. But that's okay. I mean, when you pull out pocket strategy comps, a lot of times you haven't practiced them that much, because the more you practice a pocket strategy comp, the more people know about it, and then you don't ever get to use it anymore. So this could have just been something that they only practiced once or twice, and they didn't get to practice it too much more. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely interesting, but
yeah, it just I think it was just for the meme. I don't know. Had it happened, it would have just been like, okay, it happens once in a while. Fight me in a real game is what ReGen probably would have said. You know, don't try and fight us in a real game. We're actually, let's take a look at map picks and bans again. Chicken Nuggets picked this map. We are headed to Tomb of the Spider Queen, and very excited.
Tomb of the Spider Queen's a really good one. For me, it's a interesting map because a lot of the teams that play this map don't realize that there's not an objective that you can force fights on, because people don't ever have to go to you. They can all just walk away. So having heroes that can force easy fights is a great thing to have on this map. One of my favorites is
Yeah.
Leoric. I feel like Leoric dominates on this map. You just
Yes,
get
I
in
agree.
there, lock them in there, and then you guys can take out at least 1 or 2 people, and you kind of win whatever you want.
Especially near the bruiser camp, that is a choke point that I think is where you'll often see teams just lose the game, you know, especially if they're against the Leoric. Mama Dovi saying, Zag, not the Juice Pirates hot. They could have played it with a Medivh instead of a Morales. What, is Medivh just going to pick them up on his back as a Raven, Dovi, and fly them there? Just curious.
The Medivh strategy is you hop over their fort with so you don't have to kill their walls, you just kill their fort, and then you hop over the wall at their keep. It's usually used on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and it was a very rare strategy that popped up in like Korea and China, like right before HCC dropped. It was really weird. I mean, it's not as reliable, and once people realize how to play against it, it's the same answers, really. And it's a little bit more obvious to know where they're coming from, because you can't just like hop from anywhere and immediately go to core.
I think we'll see a Junkrat ban here again. I'm just jumping right into my speculation, only because Junkrat on this map is oppressive. Changing the subject.
Yeah, I mean, you could stall forever with him for sure, so I could see that. His traps are annoying. I could definitely see that. I think Sylvanas will likely get banned. Asmodan, just for the fun of it.
Everything is hilarious to me tonight. Like, okay. It's because, like, you know, never would they ever ban Asmo until what they saw last game. Like, yeah, no, we don't want to deal with that. Especially maybe with who we're trying to kill with. Uther banned. That's so they can't get that main tank Uther. That Lupus is foaming at the mouth to play. I'm sure.
Oh, man, that was a brutal ban. Now all they need to do is ban Zag here, and I would be pretty good. But it looks like they're still going for the bans that'll allow them to get the hero that they want. They're gonna ban weird stuff, and because they're banning weird stuff, they have a higher chance of getting Deathwing first pick, Ariel first pick, or Sylvanas first pick.
All right. Well, there's Deathwing banned. Also, is that Gaul or Cho? That was Cho.
That should be Ariel
so
first,
they do pick up Ariel 100%. Porky, grabbing it.
Should be picked up from Chicken Nuggets right here, just so that the other team get it. And so that they have a really strong pick for this match. Sylvanas just does so much damage in the right hands and has an amazing engage. So, I mean, not necessarily engage, but at least follow up. So I'd like to see a Sylvanas, and then maybe, yeah. I mean, Mal'Ganis is tricky. I'm actually not a huge fan. Oh, this is interesting.
That sleeps for days.
Early. Yeah.
Well, maybe they want those heroes. They don't want any chance of not having those two together. Maybe that's something they play. Maybe they know the healing mitigation.
It's okay. It's tricky with Mal'Ganis on this map because, like I said, you have to be the one to force the fights. And Mal'Ganis just kind of slowly floats to people. And so it's really easy to walk away from him, especially if you've got like a Joanna tank who can just trait and then pull him away from her team.
What do you think about a Tassadar ban here?
It would be okay. Tassadar can keep Vala going forever, and if they don't ban him, it's going to be in a really rough spot.
Or
but
Medivh.
Honestly, Sylvanas is still available. Medivh's still available. There's so much available. Seeing a Mal'Ganis and an Ana makes me think that they've got a different plan in mind, so they might just ban something against their plan.
It's Leoric. You're a champion of this map. So
I have a feeling that Chicken Nuggets has something strange up their sleeve, or else they would have picked some of the usual things. So,
are they picking an Abathur? I don't know.
I doubt it.
I don't know. It was banned.
I mean,
okay, Sergeant Hammer.
You
not even an option
here.
Mal'Ganis,
and then better ban Gaul too. Yep.
All right, so Lupus picked up Johanna. Definitely love her on this map with all of the spiders. I'm just so curious about the picks from Chicken Nuggets.
I have no idea
I can't venture to guess.
No idea.
Yrel
and Jane.
Okay. Now it's looking like a normal type of comp.
Yeah,
right?
It's looking more normal. You nano boost the Jaina. You've got the Yrel for just disruption. They still don't have a guaranteed engage, which makes me wonder if they might sneak out a Maiev to pull everyone in and then have like the Jaina just blow up whoever was in there. And then Nano would just melt all.
Well,
so they
Carbon
took the Maiev
gets the
away
Maiev.
from them.
And is this the Medivh? Is this the Tassadar? It's Medivh or Tassadar.
Very solid right here.
It's Thrall.
Okay.
That's fine. They feel like we don't need extra hyper carry. We need extra damage. So let's
So
go
with
Thrall.
that ban, I would say Zeratul would be their best option. They can VP everyone, lock them all together, and then they can follow up with a ring. And that's pretty much, in my opinion, their best pick here, but I don't know if that's what they're going to do. They have a lot of different options. I just feel like Zeratul's their only way of really finding a way to kill both Vala and Ariel at the same time.
Oh, we're looking at Akira.
Kira, that's budget Maev.
Stop.
It is. Level 16 man, you can do the same thing. You can pull people in, but tell level 16.
Budget Maev. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, you learn something new every day. Who wins, real Maev or budget Maev? Let us know in chat based on this draft. Budget Maev. Wow.
Yep. Watch Tiger's gonna start messaging me now, and he's gonna be like, "Kira is not budget Maev. Kira is the best solo laner in the game."
Yeah. What's up, Mara? Mara, how are your games? Welcome to chat. Yeah, and we're talking about Tiger from Clouded Minds, not Tiger.
Yeah.
JK,
yeah, Tiger
GG.
from Clouded Minds, not Tiger JK. But
All right.
yeah, this will be an interesting one. Honestly, ReGen has like the comp that you would expect on a map like this. They have all the heroes that would be really good for this map, and they work really well together. The way you beat their comp is by womboing. You have to kill 3 to 4 people in a small time, or in a short amount of time, or else they're going to get resurrected and they're going to just roll through you. So that's what we're going to need to see. If that doesn't happen, it's going to be a little tricky. So I will, how about I introduce Chicken Nuggets this time, and you introduce ReGen.
You do you, boo-boo. Go ahead. Sorry, I called you boo-boo.
Right on. So on the left side, on Chicken Nuggets, we've got Houdini playing Jaina. We've got August on Ana. We've got Etten on Kira. We've got Honest Abe on Mal'Ganis, and Drunk Dwarf on Yrel.
And on the side of ReGen, we have TT Porky playing Oriel, Lupus on Johanna, Troy 1010 on Vala, Jhow playing Thrall, and Carbon on Maev. Murda saying, I'm going to go with original recipe Maev in the predictions. Let's go game 2 in a best of 3. ReGen versus Chicken Nuggets. Or Nuggies. Just kidding.
Nuggies. So off the bat, we don't see anything too crazy. Maev's always a tricky one for starting off these fights. If you followed Dorm at all, then you know there's Maev was kind of dominant for immediately getting 3 kills at the start of any game, because we had a couple just high-ranked Maev 1 tricks that were playing a lot in Dorm. They would absolutely dominate, to the point that in high-ranked Dorm, if you didn't ban Maev, you were likely to lose if you weren't one of those teams.
Well, on this map, we see ReGen making their rotations aggressively, even over on the side of Chicken Nuggets, and they're looking to catch Eaton out here. Ooh, the trait used for this Kira to get away is what saved her life, and wow. You know what's crazy that I noticed in that first engagement was Maev getting those Umbral Binds, but then Yrel just knocking back the team of ReGen and really just kind of deleting that option. One day it won't happen, though.
It was kind of odd, actually, because Kira landed the spin on Maev. Maev landed chains on everyone and then hopped away. So Kira hopped away with her, and then Yrel knocked everyone away, so nothing happened from it. But it was kind of a weird interaction where Kira like teleported.
Yeah. All right. Well, we see ReGen rotated down bot to kind of just get some pressure there, and are picking up the siege camp. In mid lane, we have Chicken Nuggets.
Ooh, we've got a little bit of a battle
happening
down
here?
bot.
What's happening? They noticed it. They sniffed it out. Jhow getting
really
caught
low.
out, and he does die. Carbon taking a lot of
Carbon's
damage from
getting really
Blizzard,
low,
but
too.
able to get out. Whoa. Porky, hello, you're alone? Porky?
He's just baiting. He's just baiting.
He's just
he's baiting
there.
on his train.
He's hovering, you know. Troy just poking down. Carbon getting Drunk Dwarf pulled in, but nothing will happen with that. All right, even though there's no logical rotation for these teams, where even an experienced Attainment Strike does land on the Kira, and 3 members of ReGen have cleared mid, and looks like they are rotating up? No?
Heading back down. Rotations are a little different
Hell
on
am
this
I
map than
looking
they
at?
normally are. Normally what you see on this map is mid-top rotations, but it seems like both teams want to pressure that solo lane. So with that in mind, we've got a lot of rotations heading bot. I think it's because of the camp.
I mean, Chicken Nuggets has 45 of 50 gems, ReGen 43 of 50. So any pick on someone carrying a lot of gems in these weird rotations will be favorable. And as long as they maintain their experience, then there's, you know, no problem with changing it up a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see Carbon trying to hold off rotations a little bit, but he's not going to be able to do much to Mal'Ganis.
The Drunk Dwarf, Hungering Arrow actually pinged off of the dome of Urel and took her life. Drunk Dwarf dies. And it looks like Lupus is trying to turn in gems, and ReGen may be the first if there are no interruptions. What is up? Thank you so much for the raid, Nexus Gaming Series. And yeah, ReGen picks up all the gems, turns them in, and that is our first Webweaver phase. Thanks for the raid. Game of the week, heading over here.
Yep, and we're starting off, honestly, I mean, this is going to be it's already looking like a rough one because the Ariel and Vala scale really well into the late game. So making sure that they ensure this early game survivability is huge, and it's going to be really, really tough. Ooh, that's a lot of pulls from ReGen.
Condemn followed up with that Maiev was just yikes.
But yeah, honestly, it's just I don't see, I mean, like level 10s is when we're going to start seeing something happen with the Jaina and Ana. Maybe a nano boost is all they need to really start winning these fights, but overall it's just going to be a long game, and unless something major happens, it's going to be a long game favoring ReGen.
Right, well, Ana's taking quite a bit of damage with the Webweaver, pushing out some extra damage to follow, and those 25 gems on the Kira are definitely what ReGen is looking to get. Maiev does die in the process, though, and this Bruiser has been aggroed with Troy not very high in health. Porky does land a heal. Jaina does die, but Vala dies as well. That is a weird trade for some reason. That's just like, I don't know.
This is a lot of gems on Chicken Nuggets. If they want to turn this in, this will be really, really good for them. And
they have to.
Really need this.
And ReGen knows that they're doing it.
If they could get a camp. Yeah, unfortunately.
Instead, ReGen's picking up their Bruiser.
I wonder if they can do anything about that. No, they just need to head up top. They need to pressure top, try to push it in, possibly get a fort out of this. If they could get a fort out of this, they're in a really good spot to staying in this game and possibly leading to a game number 3. But they need to get something major out of this.
Carbon rotating up
mid's
first.
Mid's going to go nowhere. Bot's going to go nowhere. So top is the only lane that they can even try to do something with it.
Ooh, Kira going in pretty deep. Porky kiting her back, and Houdini is so low, pulled in by Carbon. Uses a Blizzard almost to zone out any additional damage, but this Kira is just taking so much damage, and so is Troy, but massively healed, and Jaina dies instead. Mal'Ganis goes down. This is a Webweaver phase for the side of Chicken Nuggets, and 3 members have died here in top lane. Let's take a look bot. I want to see what's going on with J-Hal and Drunk Dwarf.
And this is going to be very tricky just because that was their gems for a second turn in, and they no longer have those gems for a second turn in. And so that's going to be really, really rough. It's looking like it's getting further and further from Chicken Nuggets getting this game 3.
ReGen is rotating down to the Siege. Chicken Nuggets are picking up their Bruiser, and both teams with their ultimates available. I'd love to see a Wombo. I'd love to see Chicken Nuggets get a team fight in their favor here. Looks like Carbon is turning in the 2 gems he has. Big turn-in. But ReGen does have turn-in for another Webweaver phase, and they're finishing that down here in bottom.
They are. They're heading down here. They're going to see if they can't just keep bottom going, keep middle going. They do have camps, or at least they have 1 camp to try to defend. They did pick it up a little early, so they need to defend it before it can defend them. which is a little odd, but ooh, actually this is a
Kira.
lot of damage on Troy.
Oh my
Troy gets
god.
taken out.
Yeah.
We do have Water Rally and Nano Boost, but Nano Boost was tossed onto Urel, and if you don't
There's
know
the
how
res
Urel
though. Ball is back up. Res OP. All 5 members of ReGen back mid.
it is, yeah.
Rotating
Bunch of
down
ults.
possibly. Looking for a flank through a choke point. J-How first in this bush with Kira coming in, swinging around, and getting quite a bit of damage. And there goes the Warden's Cage with 2 members stuck inside. Honest Abe taking so much damage, and so is Ana. No mobility, especially in these choke points. Chicken Nuggets is having to back off. Carbon doesn't want to give up, wants to get that Jaina, and that is a success. Kira dies as well, 4 members down for the side of Chicken Nuggets. And ReGen is, I think, going to finish mid with this Web Weaver phase as much as they can on this keep.
Yeah, I think their dream would be to get boss in this situation, get mid and then go and get boss, but I feel like the Web Weaver might last too long, and it might take them too long to get mid for them to even get that, so they might even struggle a little bit to get mid with
Ooh, that
Urel hopping in
detainment
like
strike.
that.
Excellent job. And then, I don't know, I don't think the sleep actually slept anyone. I'm not sure. I literally didn't see anyone fall asleep. Okay.
Otherwise, he couldn't get up to the Vala fast enough.
All right, well, we are only 9 minutes into this game. Both teams are, you know, just, I mean, ReGen's at level 13, 12 for Chicken Nuggets. ReGen's just heading down to this bottom fort, and I think that Chicken Nuggets should maybe look at the experience rather than trying to answer to what ReGen's doing right now. And because we're looking at also 4 kills to 9 in the favor of ReGen having those extra 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's if they could just hit 13s, and the cool part is Urel actually hits a pretty big power spike. I need to double check the build that she's
What
going.
about Jaina though too? Like
Urel and Jaina hit huge power spikes at 13. Ana will actually work out really well against their team comp as well. So these are really big power spikes popping up soon at 13 if they can even get there.
Well,
but that does look like Kira's going to be taken out.
That Kira went in and is the one actually engaging in all these fights with Warden Cage and Earthquake dropped. It is just a wombo combo dream for ReGen down here. 4 members down again with Urel being the last one alive. I think it all has to do with how the engagements are taking place, and a lot of it is Kira getting caught in the shadows and getting murdered.
This is game.
This is core call.
This is it. This is the game right here. Urel can try to do stuff here, but she doesn't have enough to really threaten that much. We have Kira up soon. She can try, but this is, if they just focus on this, there's not much they can do.
Carbon using his trait to get out of Kira and her devastation. Hold on, that's a lot of damage on ReGen. No, and Honest coming in.
Wait, they slept the ball.
Oh my god, the core does go down. I thought it was going to be another opportunity. GG.
That would have been huge, because that would have been boss.
Wow.
That would have been Kim's. That would have been turn-in. That would have been so much. But that's it.
Game 2 going over to ReGen in a best of 3. That is a 2-0 victory for them. Let me update the stats.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Honestly, I'm not a big fan that they gave them so many of the pieces they needed for that map, and they picked heroes that I'm not even a huge fan of. Mal'Ganis on this map, you can never force a fight. Urel, you can never force a fight until 13, and you need to get a lucky jump on them, which is super easy to cancel by just literally whipping them away. Honestly, Ariel could stop every single engage that they tried to do there except for Kira, and then Joanna can cancel any of Kira's stuff. So I just wasn't a big fan of that comp, but they played it pretty well. I think they got a little carried away in some of the earlier engages, but at the end of the day, I think both teams played really well. And
yeah, I definitely agree.
Props to J-How for the first time he's entered the competitive scene.
100% competitive win rate for J-How.
100% competitive win rate for J-How.
All right, well, it looks like I'm going to be calling Porky for an interview, and then we'll do that. Go ahead and answer that.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? Hold on, just trying to figure this out.
Do you
Turn on your cam.
Okay.
Oh,
Not you, Porky. No, we've already seen you. Like, you're good. All right. So, grats on that 2-0. Whoa, here we are. After you guys were almost juice pirated. Just kidding. It wasn't even that close, to be honest.
That was a budget juice pirate.
They didn't even get 1% on our core.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting one for sure. How early in that draft did you realize it was Juice Pirates? Right as I picked the Morales on Sky Temple.
No, I called it out when they picked Grayman and Noob. I'm like, they're gonna Juice Pirates. So that's kind of why I wanted the What did we pick that rotation? I think we 1 sec.
You first picked Sylvanas there.
Yeah, we first picked Sylvanas, and then we took ETC Rhaegar because we wanted the wave clear and we wanted the ETC global in case they did that.
Mm-hmm.
But those VP stage dive combos were crazy when you guys got 10.
Yeah,
And
that's kind
yikes.
of the reason that we did
ETC. When the VP was dropped on time.
Right, yeah. I just was alluding to the successful wombos only.
Just messing around. Yeah, that first game was a little unique, but second game, I mean, what did it feel like? You guys got all the pieces you wanted that comp.
Yeah, basically.
You guys going into that game, were you guys worried at all? I mean, when you got Ariel Vala, you got Joanna, and then you were able to sneak out the Maev as well. I mean, was there anything that you really were looking for outside of that? I mean, was there anything that you guys actually wanted that you didn't get?
I wanted Jao to Blaze, but he's like, that's boring. Well, I'm playing Throw. You can't stop me.
Wait, you wanted him to play what?
Blaze.
Yeah, because I thought it was Jayhow's job. Speaking of which, he came into chat and said, "Turn Porky up. I need to hear him boast about me." So you have to actually turn yourself up because it's Discord and it's a group call. And come on, just get really close.
Turn myself up.
I
don't know. I just turned myself up.
Yeah, just yell. Just yell. But yeah.
It's better.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. I was under the impression that Jayhow was just going to come in and mindlessly off lane. That's what he said on his stream today. And then, we see a Zeratul picked up.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I have to get the Jayhow Zera.
That Zera was...
Sorry, you're not yelling again. Here we are. No.
That Zera was a little wild. It was good.
Maybe it's because you guys are too loud.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
We're very loud. It's okay. But yeah, that being said, anything else that you guys noticed during either of those games that you were worried? Was there any point, or were you guys just good to go the whole time?
Are you there?
I think he's trying to turn himself up. I don't know.
What?
So if you're trying to turn yourself up,
I can turn you up. I can turn you up. Here we go. Say something.
Okay.
Is this better?
Yeah. I turned you up personally. What's up, Laughing Underwater? Oh my god. It's that Paradox and Slexia hype. Yes, it is. But more importantly, it is the ReGen taking the 2-0 victory over Chicken Nuggets tonight hype with Jayhow subbing as an offlaner / assassin.
Jayhow 100% competitive win rate.
Yeah, that's what we said. I don't know. You probably didn't see it before you got here. So how does it feel carrying Jayhow to a 100% competitive win rate?
It was a group effort. Jayhow provided valuable information in the Sky Temple game. So
awesome. Okay.
We need to know, what did Lupus do with all of his free time in that first game?
Right.
Oh, he just I don't know.
Did he catch up on all the good Netflix documentaries? He just sat next to that keep, and then he's just all right, yeah, I'm gonna go make some food while you guys play, and I'll just sit by this keep, and they won't want to jump in because I'm just sitting here at this keep. He didn't actually move. I was actually worried it was gonna disconnect him for being AFK.
Oh wow.
Honestly.
Honestly, same. You guys just really took over any opportunity for them to push in that first game. That's awesome. Second game, you just denied them any ability to have pressure with their turn in and killed them a lot. Kira, it seemed like, was the one that was actually main tank, and you guys just picked her immediately and then just shredded the rest of the team. But we all know what happened. We saw it. I think I'm done with questions. Do you have any more, Paradox?
I think we're good. We
Yeah?
can head over to shout outs.
Yeah, let's go to shout outs. Also,
Mr.
I want to say something before we get into shout outs because it's the real reason I casted this game, for Porky to do my caster reports. So
Oh,
I
yes.
want to start with a shout out.
God.
Thank you so much, Porky, for saying that you would do all of my caster reports if I did this. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Okay,
Anyway, let's get to your
so
shout outs.
Shout outs to you, Paradox, and you, Slexia. Thank you for casting my game at like a day's notice. Really fun. Shout outs to my team, to the ReGen fam, and especially Jay Howe for subbing tonight and getting that dub. 100% competitive win rate.
Fabulous. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Well, grats again, and I think we're gonna finish this up. Paradox, let everyone know who you even are and how they can find you.
Yeah. I make YouTube content. It's pretty good. Guides for pretty much every hero out there, strategies. I mean, every single map, there's a guide for it. Almost every hero, there's a guide for it. Go to youtube.com/notparadox. You'll see anything all the way from bronze all the way up to grandmaster content, whatever you're looking for. All also old pro stuff as well, some competitive stuff. But yeah, check it out. I was too lazy to get all of the same names together for everything else. So if you're trying to find me on any other social, just Google Not Paradox and you'll find all the stuff. Yeah.
Fabulous. I will 100% host Arrow of the Storm, but let me get through who I am. I'm Slexia. I am a pro ARAM player, and I am a streamer. Cool. Thank you for coming here. Follow me if you haven't. And I'm not a pro ARAM player, so that's unlucky. All right. Paradox, thank you again for picking us up. By the way, Porky, this was actually a 10-minute agreement for Paradox to cast.
It was, yes.
It was not a full day.
I
10
got a
minutes.
message 10 minutes prior to the game.
Yeah. 10 minutes.
It was, I was like, I was about to do some recordings, but I will definitely do this. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks
Thank you.
everyone for coming by. Thank you. I wish I could pronounce your names. Bichon maybe for the follow and Grievant as well. Oh yeah, subscribe to Not Paradox's premium hot Snapchat. Meow. Also, you can get coaching if you wish you could play like these teams because Porky's coached by Paradox probably. Cool. I'm just speculating.
Yeah. For sure.
All right, getting this raid going.
Cool.
It's 8 seconds until I can click raid now.
What delay were you in? Just 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, I have to head to in-houses right now.
Have fun.
Thank you.
All right. See ya. I might head off as well.
Okay.
All right. See ya.
Toodles.